Hey everyone, I just wanted to jump on and give you a bit of a personal rundown on our experience with the Melbourne HYROX. I did women's doubles this year. Last year I did the mixed doubles, which was obviously using the men's weights, very challenging, and as a first experience for HYROX, that one was certainly an eye-opener. Coming in this year, having that prior knowledge, I definitely feel like I had I suppose a better edge to it, knowing what I was in for. It is a hurt locker, not gonna lie. However, when you're in it, it's just exhilarating. You just keep going. You'd be surprised at what you get out of your body. It's incredible. And your mindset too, it can play a lot of tricks on you. So I did it with my best friend in Melbourne. We did women's doubles. The whole process was super easy. Follow the emails that you get along the way. They're really handy to just sort of, if there's any links or if you want to do photos or any add-ons or any other bits of information, it's usually in that email. The other thing is arriving early. We got there about 2 hours prior to our race start time. Registration was super easy. It's all sort of signed off, so you know exactly where to go. They will give you a registration chip for your ankle. It goes onto your right ankle. You can just pop it on there and then. You will need your driver's license for your registration as well, so make sure that you've got that. And they'll write a number on your arm. The first three numbers on that arm writing is your wave start time, so you can't forget that either. And then once you've done that, there's a bag drop. Super easy. You just write your number on a tag and give it to the guys and they'll drop it over. We waited a little bit before our wave start time when we were going to warm up before we dropped our bags, so we had them with us while we sort of roamed through and checked out the venue and all of the vendors and just the hype of the morning. When it was time for our wave start, we went and dropped off our bags, and I just had like a little BFT bag, and we just chucked some women essentials in that and sort of tucked it in a corner. If it got stolen, we really didn't care. It didn't get stolen, and we just sort of tucked it away so that it was handy for us straight after the race. But yeah, we went and did some foam rolling first. So we went to the BFT exclusive sort of mobility zone, recovery zone there, and we did some foam rolling. They've also got the compression things, which is great for afterwards. We foam rolled, did some stretches and caught up with the guys there, and then we slowly made our way over to the warm-up area. We didn't go too crazy with the warm-up, so I kind of urge you just to do maybe 5-6-ish minutes of just some main movements, your ankle, knees, hip mobility, so maybe some walking lunges, a couple of the sled pulls, nice and easy flow on the ski erg and the rower, just to get your blood flow going. Then about 10 minutes prior to your wave start time, they will usher you through into the, I think it's called the rocks, not the rock zone, it's like the Thunderdome, that's right. It's this little dark room just full of vibes, and there's a countdown timer and a TV with some really cool motivational stuff that absolutely gets you pumped. And it's in that moment that you just want to just sort of have a little moment to yourself, thank your body, thank your mind. I know I did. I had a little moment to myself of just extreme gratitude. I was there with all of the other women in the age cut of 40 to 49. I was standing alongside my best friend, and knowing that we were about to do it together, all of the training to that point, the mindset, the showing up when you don't want to, the overcoming fears, limited beliefs, barriers, all of those kinds of things, just soaked it up in that moment. Before you know it, it's a countdown from 10 all the way to 1. The smoke blows out and then you're out in the gates. Some advice from, I suppose everyone would feel this, but from me personally, is don't come out of the gates like a bull out of a gate. You've really literally just got to come out and just start focusing on your breathing and finding a pace that you can stick with. We liked staying to the inside of the runs. I think mentally it just feels like it's shorter. It's probably not. And then getting those runs done. I believe for most HYROX it's in on the third, so you go around the running space obviously, and when you've gone past the in arch 2 times you go in on the third. But again, those emails are one to watch because that's where it will be clarified. Had an absolute ball going around with my girlfriend. We had a light strategy, but then at each exercise, we kind of just broke it up to how we felt. And then you will get your breakdown at the end of all of your station times, and you can actually see where you can improve. And we noticed that, and I was the runner that would be the slowest runner, so we were as fast as what I could deliver. But you could see that the running for us, for me, is where the biggest improvement is. So that's where you know you need to work. But essentially you can see all of your times down at the end. I know we're going to cover over some questions later with some like sort of more specifics. I think from last year to this year, and with the BFT training as well, I really focused on my split times in the last sort of 6 months-ish, knowing what those split times were for me, but also regulating my breath to match it, not thinking about going as hard as I can, but more so feeling into a pace that I know that I could keep up long term without it really truly fatiguing me. So that was a big one, and that came out in both ski erg and the rower. The burpees did get me. I heard a lot of people in the crowd yelling out my name, "Go Linz!" And it was really, really awesome to hear that. So whoever that was, thank you. It got me through those last 10 reps. I did gas myself, and the running was really hard after that, but lesson learned. I really enjoyed the rowing, and I think my partner did, Liz, as well. I think she was pleasantly surprised that we both got off that and felt rather fresh for the runs again. The most challenging would definitely be the burpee broad jumps. That is like literally a full body. Kudos to Linda and any of the other guys that have done it solo. Holy shit, I think that would be an absolute test of the mind there. And I genuinely love wall balls, so conscious there to split up to make sure Liz had a turn as well. But then staying with that one, I do believe that I stayed sort of within the capacity. I didn't really push hard in those wall balls, and we both finished together. So all over experience fantastic. As a women's doubles, I've definitely got the bug to have a crack and get a solo time. Long endurance cardio sort of training is not really my forte, but this one gives you that little level of achievement. Like, you really can do anything that you put your mind to, and this is a great test for that. The rest of the day was literally following all of the other competitors around and just staying in that high vibe of following them around, getting to the station before they got there and keeping an eye on their runs, and, you know, like putting your hands out as they're running past and slapping their hands, and just having an all-round great day. Highly recommend taking some nutritional snacks. At the Melbourne event for 2024, there wasn't any ready-to-drink proteins, which when I'm out of that kind of stuff, I kind of rely on it. Luckily, I did bring my bulk nutrients sample packet, so I was able to make a smoothie with that, but I would definitely recommend taking a packet of lollies, some fruit, and some protein, whether it be ready to drink or some packets to get it made up. You will definitely need your post-workout fuel. And highly recommend stretching. Go back and visit that recovery zone at BFT. That's what it's there for. Grab a foam roller. If you could take your own foam roller, do that as well. It's massive when it comes to recovery. And just take 5 or 10 minutes out of the hype of after the race and you've done the photos and you're catching up with all your friends. Take 5 or 10 minutes, go find a quiet corner, sit down, do some stretches, have a coffee, and just chill, immerse yourself in what you just did, and just give back to your body is probably number one priority, and that's definitely learnt from last year to this year. But yeah, I'll do it again.